What I'm about to share with you is not speculation. This is not my opinion. This comes directly from TCS's own leadership, their own numbers, and their own announcements.
If you work at TCS, this explainer is about you. Specifically, you. Look, TCS is training over 100,000 of its engineers. But here's the thing nobody is saying out loud. They are not being trained to be saved. They're being trained to be sorted. This isn't about upskilling you. It's about filtering you.
You see, this mass training program isn't a safety net. It is a sorting mechanism, a very powerful one. And in this explainer, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So subscribe before this ends, because what I'm about to show you in the next 5 minutes is what your TCS manager will not tell you in your next appraisal.
To understand what's happening, we need to look at 3 undeniable facts. And I want to be very clear about this. This isn't my analysis. This is their data. Let's start with fact number 1.
TCS is retraining 100,000 engineers every single year. That's 1 lakh people. Just think about that. This isn't a welfare program, it's a business survival strategy. 1 lakh engineers, that is more than the entire population of a small Indian city being measured and sorted right now.
Now, fact number 2. This comes straight from the top. A senior TCS executive speaking at a global forum in Tokyo said this out loud. A lot of the code and software will get auto-generated. Those roles will diminish over time. Now, who was he talking about? Some other company? No. He was talking about software engineers. He was talking about you.
And finally, fact number 3. While all this training was being announced, what else was happening? TCS quietly cut over 30,000 jobs in the last financial year. 30,000 people, just like you, engineers, analysts, team leads, lost their jobs. This is not a coincidence. This is a strategy.
You know, when most people hear the words AI upskilling, it sounds nice, right? It sounds like the company's helping you, that they're trying to save everyone. But that is simply not how large corporations work in a technology shift. When TCS says it is training 1 lakh people, what it is actually doing is running a test. It's running a filter.
We call this the silent filter. Let's be real. TCS has over 6 lakh employees. They can't just fire half the company at once. It would be a disaster for projects, for the brand, for the share price. So instead, they run a silent restructuring, using this quiet, data-driven sorting process. So how does this filter actually work? Well, it happens in 4 very quiet steps. First, you get an email about mandatory training. Everyone has to do it. Second, behind the scenes, they track everything: your scores, how quickly you finish, and if you actually use the new skills. Third, all that data secretly feeds into your internal performance rating. And finally, step 4. The people at the bottom, well, their project gets restructured. Their role is deprioritized. There's no big firing announcement, just a slow, quiet exit.
Okay, so you understand the how. Now for the why, and more importantly, why this is all happening so incredibly fast. The numbers tell the whole story.
Get this. Back in the 1990s, your one core skill, that was valuable for 30 years. 30. Today, according to TCS itself, your top tech skill is basically obsolete in less than 6 years. Let that sink in. The Java, the manual testing, the legacy support you learned just a few years ago, those are the exact roles that are set to diminish over time.
And this chart shows you the brutal math. The Gen AI tools that TCS is training you on, they allow 1 good engineer to do the work of 3. So TCS doesn't need 6 lakh engineers anymore. It needs 2 lakh really good AI-enabled engineers. The entire training program is just a giant machine to find those top 2 lakh people. If this is making sense to you, if you're connecting the dots, hit that subscribe button right now. I post this kind of analysis every single week.
Okay, that was the hard truth. But I am not here just to raise an alarm. I am here to give you a plan, a real, actionable survival guide to move you from the bottom 80% into the top 20%.
First, you need to change how you think about this training. It's not a course, it's a competition. Aim for the top 20%. Get certified. Apply the skills. Make your work visible. Second, focus on the safe roles. Any job that is just pure execution is at risk, but roles that require client-facing judgment, deep industry knowledge, or AI oversight, those are growing. Move towards them. And third, and this is the most important, do not wait for TCS to train you. Their training is basic. Go deeper. Learn advanced prompt engineering. Learn how to build AI workflows yourself. The engineers who do this now will be leading the teams in 2 years. Now, once you've started taking these steps, you have to understand the bigger picture. Because honestly, this isn't just about TCS. This is the new reality for all of Indian IT.
TCS is the giant. They set the trend. And what they are doing today with this silent filter, you can be sure that Infosys, Wipro, and HCL are already planning to do tomorrow. This is the blueprint for the entire industry for the next 24 months.
So let's be absolutely clear. The restructuring isn't coming. It's already here. The only question left is, which side of it are you going to be on?
Subscribe for the analysis that gives you the actual picture and a plan to deal with it. And if you know someone at TCS, a friend, a batchmate, a cousin, share this with them today, not tomorrow. The ones who see this early are the ones who act early, and the ones who act early are the ones who stay.